Yeah.
Happily Candied, I'm going to let you take this next portion because I know that you want to talk about it so badly. Ben?
Yes.
I'm going to let you two talk this one out. I'll jump in when I need to.
Okay, that sounds good. So next we're going to head into, and we briefly mentioned this a second ago, the Poochy and Yoshi's Woolly World. And now we're not only getting a brand new game, somewhat. I mean, it's
pretty much a port with a couple at new levels.
Yes.
From what we can tell.
Yes, but we're getting a Poochy Amiibo.
Made of yarn and everything. Oh, it's so
Oh,
cute.
gosh. I mean, people were melting, I think, when they saw this Amiibo announced.
I have a love-hate relationship with Poochie, and I was just like,
oh,
so cute.
Of course. No, I'm kind of interested now. What's your love-hate relationship with them?
Well, first of all, Poochie, like, on character design alone is just, like, the most adorable thing ever. It's just, and it's just such a happy dog that barks at you and follows you around. But, like, from a game mechanics standpoint, it's just like, okay, Poochie, why aren't you doing what I want you to do? Come on!
Yes, because it's the whole direction when you have to change directions and you're sitting down and all of a sudden he'll just drop you and leave you behind and he just keeps running and barking.
And to Poochie.
Yeah, so I can understand that. But we have this slightly new game and this Amiibo, and we even did a poll on our Nintendo, I think it was the Nintendo Wire Twitter, or actually might have been the Amiibo News Twitter. And we said, out of all the Amiibo that were announced today during the Direct, what is your favorite? And of course, which one won?
Poochie.
Poochie! It was, there was no contest. Poochie was the crowd favorite for sure.
I'm not surprised.
No, yeah. But it should be pretty cool. We saw a little bit of what Poochie will be offering in the game. There's a bit more focus on him in the game now.
Yeah, because the name of the game is now,
Poochy and Yoshi's Woolly World.
So in the Wii U release, he obviously had, like, an important sidekick role, but he appeared in not too many levels, like maybe 5 or 6 overall. You could get him in more with like the badge system, but
that was it. Yeah.
I think they're adding some like specific Poochy levels, and now you can play as him. I think.
Yes, you can play as him. It's really cool that he's become a little bit more of like a sidekick, almost main character.
Yeah.
And from what we saw too, they also had those. What are they called? Poochylings or something?
Oh yeah, like the little Poochy pups.
Poochie pups. Oh my, that's even more adorable. Everything adorable is attached to Poochie here. But those like little puppies, and they're super round, just like the Yoshi eggs. And they can be like shot off and used as kind of like tools throughout the levels, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see how like that plays into the level design and how the Poochy Amiibo will really affect the gameplay. That's always what I wonder when an Amiibo is announced, is like how it affects gameplay, because I think that's always like a very sticky point, because if Amiibo does too much for gameplay and it's like such a big piece of content, then people who don't get the Amiibo feel like they're cheated almost. But if it does too little, then the people who do get the Amiibo feel like they're not getting like their money's worth.
Yes.
And it's always like a tricky balance to strike. So I hope with like the Poochy Amiibo, it like, is helpful, but not game breaking.
Yes, yeah. And now, were we given a very clear look yet at exactly what the Poochy Amiibo will do?
I don't believe
I don't believe so either. We were just given a glimpse of the Amiibo itself, and then the addition of Poochie's basically role in the game. But we weren't really given a taste yet of what the Amiibo is going to add functionality wise.
That also makes me curious. Are all the Amiibo going to compatible with the Wii U version, going to be compatible for the 3DS version?
That is a good question.
Because it was all like almost entirely costumes, except for the Yarn Yoshi Amiibo themselves.
Yeah.
Would a giant Yarn Yoshi even fit on a 3DS screen?
I don't know.
I don't think it would.
I don't want to place. I wish we had a Mega Yarn Yoshi so we can kind of place it there.
Just test it out.
It would the foot would basically rest over the whole bottom screen, which would be amazing. But yeah, all in all, I want a Mega Yarn Poochie. That's my dream. That's my dream, and hopefully we can do that. But yeah, any other thoughts about what Poochie's adding, or maybe what the Poochy Amiibo will add to the Wii U version of the game? Because now I'm kind of curious to see.
That is an interesting point.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if they're going to patch it, because they obviously want to sell like 3DS copies.
Yeah.
Though it technically does have a different title, so they might be able to skirt the issue with that.
I think they could add something small.
Yeah,
functionality.
like maybe a Poochie costume. I think that might already exist in the game, but
but something small like that.
Yoshi's Woolly World was a great game. I actually finished it only recently, but it was a blast, delightful, cute, and seeing that there's a 3DS port that keeps a lot of the aesthetic and the charm is really great, and I hope the Poochie amiibo only enhances the experience more.
It's going to, for sure, yeah.
Coming back in.
Jason's coming back in. He could sense it. It was time.
All right, folks, I'm going to talk about this a little bit here, too.
Oh, no. What didn't I cover?
It doesn't matter what you didn't cover. I'm Amiibo Jason, darn it.
Gotta live up to your name.
I have things to talk about here when it comes to Amiibo. This thing is amazing.
Yes.
I'm incredibly excited for this Poochie. Something that you mentioned before, what we've seen with Hyrule Warriors, we've seen the 3DS version essentially have the exact same content as the Wii U version. They usually patch it in. I'm expecting the same thing to happen with this. I think they're going to want Wii U owners that don't want to pick up the 3DS version to be able to get some of the new content. Yeah. The idea that every single level is in this is outstanding. I am incredibly excited for this title. It sucks that it's all the way out in February, but at least it gives us something to look forward to. When it comes to the Yarn Yoshi amiibos, they're some of my favorites by far.
Yeah. Whenever anyone asks me, what's your favorite amiibo? The immediate one, it's like a regular amiibo. It is going to be the pink Yarn Yoshi. Yeah. It stands out.
And I don't know if a lot of you guys know this at home. You might know on Twitter, we joke around a bit saying that I'm cuter in person. And
it's true. It is true.
Ben verified that when he met Jason.
I'm not even sure if
I met Jason today at the Pokemon Center at the convention center because it's PAX right now, and I was just like, holy darn!
I know
he really is cuter in person.
It's very hard to describe it. But I don't even know if the team knows how that started, but it actually started with the Yarn Yoshi amiibo.
Yes, it did.
We were at PAX. No, we were at E3, and this was 2 years ago. Last year, excuse me. Yeah. And we got to hold the Yarn Yoshi amiibos for the first time, and I took a photo of me holding the Yarn Yoshi amiibo like at this height, and I said, cuter in person.
Yep.
And when Twitter cropped the image, it pretty much zoomed in on my face, and it just said cuter in person, and had a picture of my mug like that.
So basically, he was calling himself cuter in person.
Which is true.
Yeah.
And that's how that whole thing started. Yes. So it actually started with the Yarn Yoshi amiibos.
The best part about that story is that Jason Greer is the one who pointed this out.
He did.
He's the one who was freaking out about it, brought it to our attention, and that's what made it so great.
I was mortified at first, and then you have to embrace the meme.
Yes.
You have to embrace it, or else it's never going to go away.
And Ben sure has. Ben sure has.
You must embrace the meme. It becomes your nemesis.
Yes.
And then finally, I don't know if you guys touched on this or not, because I was only half listening when I was over there.
Really? You're like Lauren, take the lead.
Poochie is going to be coming in 2 different varieties. He's going to be in a standard pack, which is just going to be him for $16.99, and there's also going to be a combo pack that comes with the game and the Yoshi amiibo for the low price of, I believe, $39.99. It could be $49.99. I think it's actually $49.99. Yeah, it's $49.99. If you have Amazon Prime, it's $39.99.
Okay.
But it already sold out. It already sold out.
Yeah.
But stay tuned to Amiibo News on Twitter, and we'll let you know the darn moment it goes back in stock.
Darn moment.
But I'm excited for it. Poochie's amazing, and he's going to be an amazing addition to it. I have a 3-year-old daughter who is definitely going to get one of these things, too.
I just want to have if they don't come out with an official, mega one, I need to have one customized just for me.